Chuck's out here. He's changing out his battery on his boat. He's putting a new X2. It's an AGM battery. It's a big old honker of a battery. But, I mean, you don't want to buy a battery every year, you know? That's what I'm saying. And he went and bought, and I went and bought one too. But he's got this little Viking Battery Tester. This thing is great. I got one of those old school ones. I'll go pull it out of the drawer so you can see what it's a load tester. But this is a digital one, man. And it works great. It works so well, I went out and bought one. And even if I only get a few uses out of it, I don't care. For 40 bucks, most people are buying a set of jumper cables and stuff and put in their car. You know, some kind of emergency kit. Why not, for 40 bucks, get one of these and throw it in there? I mean, what do you think, Chuck?
Well, it's going to tell you right away.
It's going to tell you right away like a whole bunch of stuff, man. It spits out a lot of information, cold cranking amps and voltage and the cycle of the battery, like how much life it's got in it. I mean, it's pretty nifty little deal, I got to tell you. Battery System Analyzer by Viking. I'm not sponsored. We're not doing any sponsorships. I don't beat you up for t-shirts and all that crap. I just tell you what works, and this thing works. Well, hopefully I just caught that. Just bringing it up, and I got it over here. And trimming it back down, trimming it up, you know, it's kind of messing with it, and it just totally died. So I'm thinking dead battery, maybe. And I put my battery charger on it, and it shows 90%. I'm like, okay, that's weird. I got a new battery checker. I think I'll get underneath there and check that battery out. Gosh, I don't know at this point. It's been only on charge for a few minutes. I'm gonna hit the switch again. Maybe we got some weak solenoids? I don't know. I'm really kind of not sure. Or if we got... Seems like let's see if I catch this. See?
Give it straight.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like it's not getting enough voltage, enough current. Maybe we got a battery issue. This boat has been a weird one over the last few years. It's a cool little engine. It's a great engine, man. It runs good.
I'm going to put it in and then do the test.
You need some help?
Yeah.
Huh?
This thing is so freaking heavy.
I don't know if I can beat much help, but you just gotta get it in the tray.
Without having a wire under it.
Well, that's the thing. You have to get your wires out of the way. Not much I can
Jeff,
do.
can you come over here a second? You see this negative? Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
Come over here a second. I'm going to lift up and just pull this up about another 2 inches or so if you can. The strap itself.
Okay.
Not this part, but the strap.
Right. There you go. Try that.
Yeah, I got to get past this handle.
Yeah, but I just pulled it. I pulled it pretty good, you know?
I just want to make sure.
No, you got to lay it flat. That's how you do them. You know what I mean?
Well, the reason I did that is it keeps it from sliding. Because it's going to keep sliding this way.
Yeah, but it's on a pretty big tray. I don't think it's going to really go anywhere.
I was just going to put one strap underneath. Like this.
All do it however you want to do it.
That way it's not sliding. You see what I'm saying? See, now I can.
Did they give you the screws for the bolts for this?
Yeah. So,
I like the idea what they did when they did double bolts.
I did that.
Oh, okay. Well, it prevents it from backing back off. It's a good idea.
But they give you, with this, they give you lock washers.
Okay.
So I may try that.
I mean, it looks like they give you, unless, did you get them off the old battery?
Those two laying on the table are old ones.
Yeah, well, you could use that too, you know, if it's the same, it should be the same pitch. That's all kind of universal.
But before I
get all kinds of grease vessel over here. I'll clean it up though. I'm kind of curious. I'm gonna get out my battery tester and test this battery. Who knows? We got a maybe we got a funky battery now. I don't know. It's driving me crazy though. Alright, got a Johnson 4-stroke. This is a 70 horsepower variety. And she don't really sound right. We got, see, it's struggling. That's okay. Right, that's fine. But then, down, listen to it. Didn't go all the way down. So what do? I think put it all up, check it for some fluid. See if we got some fluid loss or something. Yeah, going slow. Let's make sure I'm not pinching anything. So this thing's got a little ways that really got to go up there. And then it rests on this little knob over here. I'm not sure I like this lock on these guys. That's an awful long ways to go up to have to lock your motor, is what I'm saying. You know, so now it's locked, and I can just come back here to my little bleeder screw and pop it off, probably with a screwdriver, and see if maybe, you know, this thing is, for whatever reason, is low on some juice. So let me get a screwdriver, guys. Yeah, let's see if this thing's low or what's going on. Got a screwdriver. There it goes. I brought out a pair of these in case. It's kind of a bad design. Oh, yeah. You might see it right now. It's getting milky. Yeah. But it's not terrible. So when they're milky like that, you know, it means a seal. So we got one seal that's probably under here. I mean, that feels good, but you could tell it's failing because, like, there's some milkiness here. And this was clear fluid, so, you know, you're not going to do ATF plus 4. I mean, this little O-ring looks pretty old, smashed. It probably wasn't sealing very good. So both of these And the unfortunate thing is the work on it, man, is kind of a problem. We got C-clips or whatever on this side, and then the pin goes all the way through. And man, they almost never come out right. I'm gonna let that just boil down. But that's very milky. And then the more it, yeah, so you know, what do you do? Like, I guess we could I could take it and swing it this way. There's just a couple of bolts on each side, and then there's, if I remember right, there's like some kind of locking deal right here, and you just take this off, or that's an anode, I can't remember. Yeah, I think it's just a roller really, and it needs to be cleaned up. It's very corroded. That's probably why it's not going all the way down. But this is definitely an issue. So if we take this off and see if it'll, you know, if it'll go, I doubt it, but I don't think that's a problem. I think the milkiness is. So, you know, he's like, oh, change the oil, do all this stuff. And I'm like, man, I've learned now. It's like, fix the problem first before you go. Yeah, you need to do that too. But this is like maybe gonna be a seal job. It's not bad though. I'm gonna have to get the seal, look this pump up, see what seals we got to replace. And obviously we got to swing the motor out so we can get to the back little bolts on this. And you know, it's tough because even if you pull from here, then this is in the way. Your motor part of it is in the way. So, you know, the best thing to do then is to pop your pin out and see if you can tilt it this way. But even still with this motor, it's still like, I mean, it's a job. I mean, it's almost like I need to float the engine off of here in order to fix this. So it is what it is. Or we could fill it. But that's very milky oil. It needs to be flushed, I believe. Complete flush and the seals. Alright. So like your arm, you know, you shouldn't, like when it went up, I shouldn't feel anything like oil on the outside of it. That's how I know this seal's bad, because it should just wipe it off. And this one definitely is bad because it's just old. So, you know, anyway, it is what it is. Really, you know, to do this right, I think you gotta float it up in the air and maybe even, I don't know. What would you guys do? See, you don't have enough room right here. Like even if you do float it down, you don't have enough room to swing this out away from this. So you almost got to take one side of this off, you know, of your midsection, and you know, pull it. It's gonna go that way. But maybe, you know, depending, like if we remove the wire cabling some, if we can just float it this distance with my finger, maybe I can get to the back two bolts. That would be the ideal situation. Like I said, there's two, to get this out up here, you know, it's a C-clip. So we just gotta get our pliers and pop that off. But man, they're so hard. See, this moves, but this never turns. So then you get inside here, and man, you gotta like really get get to getting on them to get them to, you know. Or, you know, if, like I said, if this was pulled this way, then I could float this, you know, which I'm gonna have to get over there over the engine hoist, and then, you know, then I can get to those back two bolts. And yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm gonna take some pictures of this and send them to Bradley so he knows what's going on. But it wouldn't go all the way down, and I don't know, you know, like why it wouldn't go all the way down is kind of weird, because it was full. I mean, even with all that smokiness, you know, does the pressure is not enough because of that water intrusion? This is a question that I've got. So what I may do is just keep an eye on this, so when it turns down, to see if that's the problem or if there's something else that's keeping it from going down all the way. I don't really know. See, I mean, because it's... Now you know it. Let me keep doing this to put pressure and try to get as much out as I can. See, he's got, looks like he has the manual release valve is over here. I think he's got that closed. Let's just check it, make sure. This is a very odd problem, to be honest with you. That's open. Oh, this is, yeah, so this way is closed. And then, even if we, like, I'm gonna go all the way down. I mean, that's kind of the highest. So is it a motor problem? What if I open it? That should release it all the way down. Wow, he's got it on there really tight. You don't need to be that tight. Never. It shouldn't be that tight. I guess he was, you know, like what happens a lot of times, you know, on the manual release valve, people, God, they just get crazy, and you don't need that. It just needs to be slightly tight. So I don't think that's a problem either, but we need to verify it, that like even if we loosen that, the motor should go all the way down. And I'm gonna also drop this thing all the way to the ground. That way I got more height. I don't want it to suddenly just hit the concrete. Yeah, this is kind of an odd problem. Yeah, it's kind of an odd problem. I don't know if it's the hydraulics or the motor. It seems like the motor is working. It's getting weak. Let me go get a big, healthy screwdriver. Alright, just so you guys know, there's what that looks like. That's what that oil looks like. Pretty milky, right? Not clear. I got this deal. if I need to. Let's see what happens if we want to verify it, because this is it just seals? Is it motor and seals? What are we talking about here? So open should be the arrow this way, which would be kind of clockwise. There we go. And he had her on there. So that should all be where I could lower this all the way. Yeah, but see, it's not lowering all the way. Huh. I don't know, folks. This one's new one on me. Open. So we're gonna just close it. That's all you need, man. You don't need to go crazy. I mean, that's solid. And I mean, this is our trim limit switch. I can't figure out why it won't go all the way down. That don't make any sense. That is not a motor problem or a problem with the hydraulics. So yeah, it needs, the seals need to be redone, but I mean, the motor seems to be working right. Let's put it all the way back down again. See? That's sounding better. Huh. So this should go all the way back into here. Huh. Cycle it up and down a few times. Let's go down real fast and see what it is. Yeah, I don't know. That's very strange. Let's put some what little clear fluid I have. See if we get any more of that milkiness come out. The problem is, really, to do this right, you gotta take this manual release valve out and then refill it with some fluid, so that all the fluid drains out of it, because this is very milky. So I think that's the first thing to do, is maybe I don't know, you know, like, we put this all the way up where it's in the lock position, and then let's open it and see if the motor will fall to the lock. And then if I have to, I'll take this out. I don't know. This one's one of those, I'm not sure what to do, which way to attack this. I may have to sit and think about this for a minute, but I guess the first thing to do is open this and see if there's air. Yeah, there's no air. That should go psst. You know, it's 1 to 2 psi, probably 4 at the most, but that should be some air. So I guess let me get this out. Maybe fill this with some fluid. I don't have much of that clear fluid left. You know, I'm gonna cut these for him. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think maybe this is that Claire Super Tech stuff. And I don't know that I like it. You know, ATF plus 4 I think works pretty good. Seems like I see a lot less problems with ATF than I do with this Claire. And you know, I don't know, you know, it's got to meet certain marine applications. But I guess I may see. I don't really know, man. I don't really know where to start. Yeah, see, that dropped fine. I don't even have to turn it, but half a quarter turn. So I think maybe I'm just gonna drain this. Yeah, see how milky that is? Yeah, that's not good. Let's drain it first and let's put some ATF plus 4 in it. Which means I'm gonna have to go get some, because that's gonna have a lot. And I'm gonna have to get my little C-clip out. So let me see what I can come up with. Hopefully I can get it back on the water without spending a freaking fortune. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. And this isn't maybe the right way, but this is what I'm going to try. So, you know, we know. Now, what did I do with the cap? Now, that'd be something. Lose the freaking cap. What did I do with it? Sure it blow away or something. Surely I didn't. Oh, what did I do with it? I need to find out what I did with the cat before I get any further. I really don't like these. I need to get a new set. And it doesn't help that I can't see. I think I'm in there. I think I'm in the hole. But you need to go. You need to bring them in, right? See, these are like the ones that are bent. Because I need it to go. If I push in, I want it to go. Can never remember it, so they're like this. This pushes in, right? Yeah, these are terrible. They're like Harbor Freight crap. Come on. Oh, I know what it is. See what they would have done. See if they would have made this like, you know, the problem is either way it's this is another terrible video. See, that's not right. Then you gotta go like this. This is what I hate about these Harbor Freight ones. They just don't. I know they're making it reversible so you can use it either way. That's the way it should be, but then there's no support here, so then they do this, and you can't flip these around, these little things they got. I guess you could press them out. See if I can get this clip out of here. Because I need to compress it. And I'm sure I'm in a way. I got it. Alright, there's that. Now hopefully, I'm going to move my camera just in case it squirts out of here. I'm not feeling like it full of oil. Should be released though. Yeah, there's like nothing in it. That's how dirty that is. It's bad. And then we got another O-ring that's like, it's pretty much smashed, but that's probably not where it was leaking. Anyway, I've got some ATF plus 4. What I might do is later on, Chuck, there's his boat. I'm gonna back it in a hole, and I'm gonna get out my fluid extractor and see if I can get as much of this out as possible. And well, go from there. Just do all you can do. Keep track of your parts. Hey, one thing I'm gonna do before I, go down the rabbit hole is, because, fluid is cheap, man, in the long run, right? It is. It's like I can, $4 or $5, I can get a quart. Just some cheap ATF plus 4, if I could talk. But I got to get all this out of here, this milkiness, This is a little thicker ATF plus 4 than the tilt and trim, that Super Tech. Hydraulics are weird, man. You got to be real careful because, like, that, I don't know, they just do weird things, like, but once they're pressurized, man, they work. They just work when they're right, so I'm just gonna use up what I got. I gotta go get some. Yeah, see, hopefully it'll flush out. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, that's pretty standard now. I got this Viking digital battery and system tester I just showed you guys over there, but I bought one too. So lead acid standard, it's gonna be a flooded battery. We got a gel marine. I mean, this is all just, but spiral, I don't know what that means. AGM deep cycle. So it's not doing lithium, you know, but we're doing a gel and an AGM for 40 bucks. I think that's pretty good. If you need a lithium, you know, you need something a little better than this. But we're gonna open this up. I'm gonna go up in the boat and see what. Now he's got his batteries are stowed up underneath the console over there, so they're kind of hard to get to. Anyway, let me get this out. This thing is it's pretty cool, man. You know, it's got a little carrying case. Whoever uses that? Nobody. And then a little operator's manual, simple as can be. It's very easy to use. When Chuck showed me this, I was like, wow. And I've seen them before, and I thought, I always wanted to get one. Then I didn't know they were that affordable. They used to be about $200, and I was like, not going to spend $200. So yeah, I've got the, let me show you, I've also got this other one. I'm going here where it's a little quieter. Chuck's doing his thing. But I've got one of these older ones. It's like load tester style. You know, it's got the clamps. You do like that, and then you got a heater. You just, so it's 6 or 12 volt, which is kind of cool. I think this is just 12 volt. So the guys with motorcycles, you know, they won't like these. They won't use them because, you know, if they got a 6 volt, they won't. But anyway, it tells you like, you know, weak, bad, okay, you know. And I do like it, but it heats up in here. And if you had, you know, if you had open gas, you wouldn't want it to combust. So I don't use it very much. So you use it on a car, but diesel, whatever. But it don't for marine. You know, I don't know. I don't like it. You kind of see what I mean. This thing is very hard to get. Like, you're not gonna be able to see this because I don't have a good camera mount. Unless I could go lower with this, but I'm messing up. But basically, the battery is down underneath here. Yeah, it's way up underneath here. The batteries. That's what I don't like about this boat. I gotta get up here and get underneath the, you know, in order to. Man, I smell gas. I think we need to check that out. Alright, so it's pretty cool. You can see it comes up. Viking, and it says battery system test. Settings, test records. So I think we're gonna hit enter. Battery test, system test. I don't know. It's probably system test is probably for an alternator. You check and see if you got a good alternator. But we're gonna do a battery test. And then it's gonna say it's a standard AGM, AGM spiral, AGM gel, flat plate. We're standard battery. And this is gonna be the hard part because I need to find out, like, you're gonna select enter for standard battery. And then it's gonna see, you know, CCA. I'm trying to read this because I'm blind. But it's got CCA, AH, which I guess is amp hours, CA, and MCA. So we're gonna try to figure out what our rating is down here. Hopefully I don't have to like get, you know, this is the part, like I gotta go and lay down and try to see what it is. Of course I'm blind. Yeah, like there's no space, man. I don't know. I could take a picture of it with my phone. That way I can read it. That's an idea. Yeah, that's an idea. That's what I'll do. Took a picture of this with my phone. Okay, what did it say? 24M XHD, and it says it's 800 cold cranking amps. The MCA is 1,000. So this is gonna look upside down. There's nothing I can do about it. And if I flip it, it won't rotate. Hopefully you can get a good picture of that. Maybe I can upload a picture. But it's 800 cold cranking amps. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back over here to our little Viking, and we're gonna say, you know, it's got CCA, so we're gonna say it's, you know, so it starts at 500. We're just gonna take it up to 800. All right, there's 800. In-vehicle battery, yes or no? I'm gonna say yes, even though it's hooked up to a marine battery. Turn headlights on for 10 seconds, then turn them off and hit enter to continue. Well, this is, you know, we're on a marine system, you know. I guess we could turn the engine on, you know, turn the key to the engine. Good pass. State of health, 59%. State of charge, 100%. Measured CCA is 653. Battery voltage is 4.9. I'm sorry, internal resistance is 4.5 mega ohms. So it's saying 59%. State of charge is 100%. Its measured CCA is 653. So I think it's probably time for a new battery, to be honest with you. Let's say, all right, let's go back and test it again with this standard flooded CCA 800 in vehicle. Let's say no. Good pass, 59%, 100% charge. Cold cranking amps is 653. I don't know, folks. Seems like we got a good battery. Says it's 100% charged, and our voltage is like 13.16 volts. That's a good battery to me. Well, that was a bummer. I left that on. So now it's not wanting to go up or down now. So over here we got our solenoids. It's got a little plastic cover, and then these are going to be our 3 solenoids. And so if we look at this, we got a red over here. This is a battery red that goes to each one of these, and then we got one of these is going to be for a starter, and then the other one's going to say, like, that's green, and then you can see blue is, I don't know, somewhere. Might be this one then, maybe. So there's red. That's probably our engine hot. But then we got blue and we got green. So I'm thinking that probably it's these 2 solenoids right here. These 2 is what I'm thinking. Should be like, and I can determine it. I'm gonna get some little, I got my meter right here is what I'm saying. So let me do that. Turn the water on. All right, give her the beans. Contact. That's what you gotta say.
Here comes the thunder.
All right, so yeah, we only had like 9 volts on the bottom solenoid. That's weird. So now let's go to maybe my ground. I don't know. Let's go. Let's go. That was blue. Blue is sky. So let's go. Green is ground. That's how I remember it. And one of my viewers told me that, and I'm like, thank you. Now I'm remembering. Anyway, so now let's go down, and we'll see what we get for a voltage there. I think I hooked it up. Yeah, 941. Some residual. Yeah, okay. So I think we're not getting full voltage. Okay, I gotta figure out. I think we have a ground problem because we're losing some voltage. I'm kind of curious about the state of this motor, the condition it's in. So yeah, what do you do? I don't know. So if this is a ground problem, it should be like I can use this jumper. It's a thick wire. Just don't want to touch it up in here. Got some stuff that's hot. Or we could go right to the end. Let me see if that one works. Should be up. Nope. Okay. It's another test we can do. So obviously I need to take the wiring off of this so I can connect it straight to a battery and see if our motor's good. If our motor's good, I don't know. We have a problem somewhere. I gotta find it. Alright, I got the main battery disconnected. I disconnected the lines going to the motor for the power tilt trim. I have my battery out here. So I'm just gonna attach one lead to the other, hopefully. If I can get enough room here. Yeah, maybe not. Yep. Okay, well, it's there's a grommet down there under the cowl. It's a keeper. It's like a wire keeper, and it goes through a grommet. So they have to take the chaps off, you know, and make for a real bad video. So what do we do? Well, we want it to go down. So we want that green to be hot. See, this motor is gonna go up or down. You know, it goes like one polarity, it's going up. The other polarity, it's going down. So we're just gonna connect onto this. Be careful, you know you're gonna spark. And then we're just gonna see if this thing even does anything. Yeah, that motor's dead. Yeah, that's hot. Look, that motor is dead. So now we can swap polarity and see what happens. Yeah, that motor is dead. Alright, well, that was probably what was going on with him, I guess. And then it just decided to go out. You saw it. If you hook them up to a battery and it goes up or it goes down, that's how they work. They gotta have go up, go down juice. And this is a good battery. I mean, we can, like I can show you with my test light. You know, it's a good strong, like that light's pretty bright. So I don't know. Let me talk to Bradley and see what he wants to do, what he thinks.